Hey, sports card collectors, investors, my collectibles friends. How is everybody doing? I hope you're having a good Tuesday morning so far. Hope that everyone had a great weekend hanging out with friends and family. Appreciate you tuning in here today. This is my weekly hobby news episode that I like to do, just kind of going through the ups and downs of the hobby, and we kind of talk through it. If you are new here or if you've been here and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell. We do try to come out with daily videos, or at least 5 days a week, I would say. We come out with new videos, so you want to be notified when these come out. We're talking about all the cool things, all the collectibles, the sports cards, all the graded video games, graded action figures, all the fun stuff that maybe your wife, your girlfriend, your husband, your boyfriend don't want to talk to you about. That's what this community is for, guys. So thanks very much for coming, and hang around, stick with us, hit that subscribe button. All right, let's dig into it. The Saints have lost. They are out of the playoffs. We don't know if Drew Brees is retiring, but it looks like he probably is. For those that are new here, I'm a diehard New Orleans Saints fan, so I'm still trying to wrap my head around what exactly happened this weekend. But look, the Bucs played a fantastic game. They were deserving. It's just going to be a very interesting deal to see what kind of happens with our team in the offseason and what it means moving forward. Moving into basketball, I don't know, is it me, or is the basketball season, maybe it's just kind of all the excitement leading up to the season and now we've hit a little bit of a lull? Because for me, I'm a Mavericks fan. The Mavericks, I'm not watching the end of the game, but they're about to lose to the Raptors by like 15 points. Porzingis is back. Luka has like 15 points, just not having a good game. But if I look around the league, there's just no one that's really standing out. The Lakers are playing pretty good. The Bucks are playing pretty good. But it looks like Giannis and LeBron are kind of just on autopilot, kind of just doing their usual deal. Nothing really exciting in my mind in the NBA. And I feel like to some degree that's kind of trickling down to the cards. Now, look, I'm not saying that sports cards aren't selling, because they are. And I'm talking about modern cards and ultra modern cards. They are selling, but I want some feedback from you all. I feel like, and for me too, I've been spending less on prospects, meaning like less on guys that have been in the league for 5 years or less. And I've been doing more. I did a video on this a couple weeks ago. I've been putting more money into 80s basketball. I've been putting more money into Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. I got some Michael Jordans that I shared last week. Just going back in time a little bit and looking for some value as opposed to prospects. Maybe, I don't know if I'm just feeling a little bit, nervous about prospects right now or what. I'm not nervous about the card market. I'm bullish on the card market, but I just wanted to shift more to vintage, or, kind of the more established folks. And I don't know if you're seeing that too. Are people getting just a little bit, tired is not the right word, but there's so much talk about the Zions and the Jaws and the a lot of these young players, the Tatums and the Lukas. Are people getting fatigued from it almost? And I wonder too, we don't have that exciting product coming out. We have hoops basketball that should be coming out here in a couple of weeks, but we don't have Prism for a while. We don't have Optic for a while. LaMelo's been fun to watch. I've enjoyed watching him come out and play well. But honestly, like outside of LaMelo, he's kind of like a bright spot there, and maybe I'm missing a few guys. I'm sure there's some other prospects that I'm not thinking of, but let me know. Is it kind of like a little bit like blah right now? Just kind of, football's coming to an end. I know hockey is just starting back up. So there's things going on, but for me, I don't know. It's kind of like, I just don't know how to really feel about it. Let me know what you think. I want to hear from you guys too. All right, guys, I did see a video. You might have saw this. It was kind of one of these viral videos where entertainer Chris Brown was involved in, I guess, like a hobby box break, where he had a box of Prism basketball. And I'm not sure if it was a breaker that was doing it just for him or exactly how that was going down, but he ended up getting a Jaw Silver Prism and going ballistic on camera and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool, but just kind of another example of, athletes, entertainers, getting into this market. And what does that mean? Is that just like a one-off where he did a box, or is he buying a bunch of cards? Is he telling his friends about it? Because that's kind of what we do here. We're hearing more and more about it, and look, maybe that is what it is. There's people that are putting some serious cash into this stuff, so wouldn't surprise me at all if Chris Brown and some of his friends got in on it. But I just thought that was interesting, because anytime you have celebrities or any of these people kind of promoting it, or at least it coming up in their daily life, it's interesting to talk about. Golden Auctions has a really cool item that's going to end at the end of this month. It's the last game-worn jersey of Michael Jordan ever, signed by Jordan, and of course, it's a Wizards jersey. But I was just thinking about that, man. That is it's like there's a lot of cool sports memorabilia stuff, but the last jersey he ever wore on the court is pretty awesome. I mean, that's an awesome piece. And, Ken Golden, I saw an interview, kind of like a quote from him saying, and of course, he's like the master marketer, but he thinks that it could go north of $1 million. It's one of the most important pieces of sports memorabilia ever. And I can't really argue. I mean, it is a really cool piece. I mean, there's a lot of cool pieces of sports mem, but that's a big one. That's a big one. So I could see it fetching a lot of money. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. That ends at the end of January in a couple of weeks. All right, and last but not least, there is another grading company that I just saw pop up. I saw it on Twitter, and it's called Hybrid Grading Approach, HGA. And I'll put a picture up of the actual label and the card and everything. And I'll be honest, the label is a little busy for me. It's a little bit busy, and I think that their pricing is a little bit on the high side too. And I'm still learning about this company. I literally just saw it pop up. I don't know if it's a brand new company or if they've been around for a while. But the one thing that stands out for them that they're doing is they're using software. They're using IT solutions to help grade cards. So they're really looking. I think that the only real issue that they're having is with surface. I think there's a person that looks at the surface. For corners and edges and centering, I believe it is done by technology. So it's very interesting. I mean, is that something that's going to catch on? Is that something that all the grading companies are going to be doing at some point in the future? Or is it something that the, kind of that old guard, whether it be BGS, PSA, SGC, are they going to just say, nah, we're not interested in that. We want humans to do it. It's going to be really, really fun to kind of see how that evolves and what it looks like. You have to believe that grading companies certainly are going to automate certain parts of the process to help speed up, getting cards back. And you have to also assume too, if there's a way for them to maybe cut that grading time down, having technology look at, corners and centering or something, and then, some part of the process, I think it would make a lot of sense. And I don't think that would be a bad thing for the hobby at all. To have a computer kind of, looking at it, having some IT involved in that. I don't think it would hurt. But hey, what do you guys think? I know that people are very kind of up and down about grading. Some people don't like grading, period, at all. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you again for joining me for another weekly hobby news show. And we will see you again tomorrow, guys. And don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, if you have not already, we will see you again later. Take care. Stay healthy.